Star Wars Visions, which is the new Disney Plus anime show. I really liked it. I'm going to do a review. These are short episodes, 13 minutes, like 13 minutes to 20 minutes. Go check them out. They're all on Disney Plus. I'll have the link below, but I'm going to rank them today because I really want to, and it's a really good anime. So this is, I kind of wanted to do this for more like different episodes like What If, but I did What If for shorts because I don't know why I did What If for shorts. I just kind of wanted to explore shorts, but from now on I'm going to rank them. So this is the new ranking and spoilers, obviously. Okay, so I really liked Visions. They're kind of all over the place. There were so many. They're all scattered all over the place, and I really liked that. And just like seeing so much of the Star Wars universe, it was really, really fun to see. And I'm going to go straight on to number 9, because there's 9 episodes. Number 9 is The Village Bride. Now, this episode, it wasn't kind of what I wanted in a Star Wars thing. It was kind of like a betrothal thing with like the village and the masked woman. It was really cool. I liked it, but I think a lot of these Visions had a lot of fights. Just like the whole thing was fights, which is a really cool way to event that. It was really cool. But I really didn't care for the masked woman. That was the lady. And I really didn't care, especially not for like the princess thing. And then the village really didn't interest me, or I felt like this was just kind of one of the worst and slowest episodes. And even though kind of like there was a fight at the end, it wasn't paying off as much, in my opinion. I know people like this one a lot, but I really feel like it wasn't what it could be. It wasn't as beautiful as it could be, wasn't as perfect as it could be, even though it was really good because it was Vision. I really liked all of the episodes. This one just got the lowest spot because it really just didn't get the most feelings out of me. I really didn't care for what was happening other than just the cool fight scenes because of the animation. Every animation was really good on this one, but this is just like the cool fight scenes, but I really didn't care for what was happening, if you know what I mean. In 8th place is Tatooine Rhapsody, which is like kind of like a band thing. And one thing that really nagged me about this was the animation. It really didn't go with what the hell was happening. I feel like this one stands out for the cheesiest animation. Like, it really didn't. I think this one has the animation, like, they're all from 7 different studios, but this one you can tell it was different. And that's not a bad thing, I don't think, but cartoony. And the premise really wasn't a Star Wars premise. I really don't think it fit Star Wars at all. And even though it was good, the whole episode was good, I just don't think it fit Star Wars, and that's why it's so low for me. I just really like how they kind of play it out. They just gotta play as a band, which is a cool thing, but I really don't think it was Star Wars worthy. And like the whole climax is literally just saying, let's play, and then there's no kind of thing, they're just playing, which is cool. I like how there's like an option, like you can think if they're still getting killed or they're gonna fight out of this, but I really just like how open-ended it was, and like even though it really didn't fit Star Wars, I did like it. But I'm putting it this low because it really doesn't match Star Wars pieces of the puzzle. The number 7 is Akri, but I don't know, you did something. And what I don't like about this episode, that it was like the same thing, exact same thing basically we saw in Revenge of the Sith. So this was basically like Revenge of the Sith with characters we don't care about. That's what I don't like about this. Revenge of the Sith is a great movie, but seeing it again with characters we haven't been like built with wasn't really as good, even though it was really epic. And Revenge of the Sith is good, so the episode is gonna be good, obviously. But I feel like this lady dies, but the Jedi switches to the dark side to pay her, like to kind of get her back. The shocking resemblance to Revenge of the Sith I didn't really love it that much. I don't think, like, even though it was really good, I really didn't love it. Even though, again, Revenge of the Sith, it's gonna be good, but I feel like, okay, this is just copying animation, even though the animation was really, really good. And I just like how the lava and then like the evil, but also like kind of like the good of this Jedi. And it was a good episode, but again, it's not perfect. Number 6 is TOB1. And this is the one that felt most like a Disney cartoon to me, even though it really, really was a really good Disney cartoon. Like, it was good. It was like this robot wants to become a Jedi, which I don't think is possible, but I really like just like the whole concept of fixing other planets, and this man wants to fix other planets and not kind of destroy them when he wants to be a Jedi, and he sacrifices himself, which that really worked for me. For some reason, it worked a lot, even though kind of like a Disney cartoon, and y'all know how I feel about Disney, and it's the most like that. Even though the character was really strong, like shockingly strong for me. And the fight scenes were really cool, like kind of like with like the robot with the jetpack thing. And it leads a lot for the future, and I really loved the character of TOB1. Just to clarify, it's not Obi-Wan, it's TOB1, which is kind of confusing, but I really did like this episode. Number 5 is Lop and Ocho. This is a good sister episode without a happy ending. I feel like that, I think a lot of Visions kind of just accepts that it's not going to have a happy ending. And this one's a really good example of that. This epicness was really on a great level. I don't think it didn't do anything I could say that was wrong. It just didn't really catch me in a way. It had a lot of impactful moments, especially with like the sword and just basically the character of Lop I really, really liked. And but I really just didn't care. But I really didn't care, but also I can tell it was really good. If, that's confusing, but it was a really great fight, and just the whole sister being bad, but also her change from the start to like her change from this like from the very start, from like before like the flashback to now, is so dramatically different, and it's like crazy to see that. But also I really did enjoy it. The father was one of my favorite characters, and I'm so intrigued by that. But yeah. Mm-hmm. Number 4 is the twins, which is basically a giant fight scene the whole episode, which is really, really cool. I felt like this felt most like a Disney animation, not like TOB1, which is basically like Pinocchio, but in Star Wars. This one was more like Ben 10, but like this was a big fight between the two sisters, another twin, like a Luke and Leia, but evil, and they have like the Kyber crystal suit, which is the coolest thing in the world. And wow, this was really, really good. Like a fight scene, epic. It had some epic moments. It had some implications, and I'm like, ooh, these people are evil, and I'm like, this is so cool, and I'm so hyped for Vision Season 2. This is the one that I want to know more about, and that's so great. That's just really good to happen, and I feel like this does everything extremely, extremely well. It's just like, and I cared about these characters a lot. It felt like the most best Empire thing I've ever watched in Star Wars, other than the movies, but like the best Empire in the show. Number 3, The Elder. Now this one was just cool with the old people fighting. I dig it. I dig the old people, the old person. He was like this really old guy, and then the Padawan and his master, they were just confused. Like, this is so mysterious. This is the most mysterious out of all of them. Basically, this old guy fights the Padawan, and he almost like kills him. I thought he was dead for a little bit. I kind of wish he was dead, just to add more impact, but I get it. Like, they can't really kill people like that. The master kind of beats him, and that made me so confused. And like, this old guy was like, I wanted to know more about this old guy, and that's why I was so addicted to this episode. And that's why I want to watch more, because there's nothing really explained about this old guy, and I want to know more about this old guy. I keep saying old guy, my bad. And this is a very, very excellent episode, and this is one of my favorites. Number 2, The Duel. Now, this is the best animation by far. This animation was beautiful. And I just love the message, and I feel like it's Jedi Tale to its core, even though it's the red lightsabers. And this guy, I don't know if he collects Sith lightsabers or he's actually a Sith. It's very, very, again, a lot of these are very mysterious. And this fight was the coolest fight, especially with the animation, with the black and white, with the colors mixed in. This animation definitely stood out above the rest, really high animation. And that's what made the fight so cool. And basically this whole thing was a duel. That's why it's called The Duel. But this whole fight scene was so beautiful. I really, really loved it. And that just made me so addicted to it. I think it was the most beautiful animation of Star Wars ever. It's just watching it all happen was so, so beautiful. And that's why I really loved it. Dun, 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 dun. Number 1, obviously the Ninth Jedi, with only one left. I love the Ninth Jedi for the perspective it gives. It's boom, out there, thousands of years, Rise of Skywalker. And that's, again, so intriguing because we've never gotten a glimpse past Rise of Skywalker. And now basically Jedis are kind of extinct. And this guy calls back the probably 9 Jedi to be not to be Jedis again, because they have lightsabers. But a lot of them were Sith. and the one guy who's not a Sith has to fight them, and then the daughter of the person has to fight, and it's just like this so big scale. I love this episode so much just because of just learning so much more gets past it. And it was not like the sequel trilogy. It didn't disappoint. And I really want to see more from this time period. I love how it has from every time period of Star Wars. And this one was the best. And just to see what happens. And I feel like they can make a sequel trilogy on this. Just like what's going to happen. Because the Ninth Jedi, the little girl, was like so cool. And like everything about this episode was really excellent. And now this just makes me happy to be a Star Wars fan. And I kind of want to watch more Visions. Visions was excellent anime. Even though I'm not perfect on anime, I haven't watched many, but I have watched them before. And they're very, very good. And I really find like this is the episode that really got me like, okay, I love this show. And that's my ranking. That's my list right here. Yeah, there. And it was a really good show. Definitely go check it out. And that was my ranking of them. Tell me your rankings in the comments below. What do you rank them? And just talk to me in the comments and leave a like and subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell. So that was my video, and see you guys in the next one.